Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday. I hope you guys are having an amazing ending to your weekend. Yeah, that's how you say it, right? For today's video, I wanted to share with you guys finally my blush declutter video. Now I was supposed to start my series about like 3 weeks ago, but I didn't. You know me sometimes. So I'll probably have a few declutters up this week, I want to say, and I'm not gonna promise anything because, you know, but fingers crossed. I started my makeup declutter series about 2 years ago in the summer, so this is my third official year that I'm doing a makeup declutter. I will have my declutter playlist down below in the description box. I would say that my style of declutter is like no games being played style. It's like you like it, keep it, you don't. A lot of you guys ask me, what do I do with the products that I declutter? So either I'll toss it, throw it out, toss it, trash it. If it's old, I will either give to friends and family. And then a bunch of you guys asked me if I'm going to be reselling some of the items, and I am on my Instagram. So if you guys are interested in purchasing anything, then you can follow me on Instagram. I'll have all the information, the deets, all of that on my Instagram stories, so stay tuned. In addition to all of this, I'm going to be donating 10% of the money that I'll be making for the items that I'm going to be reselling. So if you're going to be purchasing anything, know that 10% of the money that you gave will be going to either a organization that I believe in or a family in need. I did that last year and I was so happy with the decision because I felt really good about it. So yeah, okay, that's pretty much it. Let's do this. Okay, so moving on to my IKEA drawers. Here's pretty much where I house most of my blushes. It's really messy, I know. I kind of feel like once I'm gonna declutter some blushes, I'll be able to kind of organize everything in a neater way. So I have some here, and then I have some in here just scattered because it couldn't fit in this drawer. So the first blush palette I have up is this one right here from Juvia's Place. It's the Saharan Blush Volume 2 palette. I really like this one. I like the fact that there are a few different finishes in here, and I love the tone, so I'm gonna keep this one. Next up, I have this The Balm Girl Power Blush Palette. So here you guys can see what the palette looks like. I think it's a good one. It's slightly broken. That's how I received it, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it. I don't find that I use it way too much. It includes blushes, a bronzer, and then like a highlighting shade. Next up, I have this little trio right here from Too Faced. It was part of their holiday gingerbread collection. So it does come with a bronzer, blush, and highlighter. I put it in the blush drawer because I guess I mainly used it for the blush. I do really like this. I don't find that I use it way too much anymore. Plus, it was limited edition, so I could never like recommend it or really speak about it. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. Next, I have the blush kit here by ABH. This one right here was in the Radiant version. I really love this for a very long time. I got a decent amount of use out of it. I don't find that I use it way too much anymore. Plus, it's discontinued, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. Next up, we have this little one right here from Kat Von D. It is in the shade Lolita. So this could be used as an eyeshadow or as a blush. I think I'm gonna declutter it. I don't tend to use it way too much. Next up, I have this right here from Wonder Beauty. This is the Trip for Two Blush and Bronzing Duo. I thought that this was nice. I wasn't fully obsessed. I felt like they were a little bit too powdery for my liking. I did like the fact that it came with a bronzer and a blush, so it's like a 2-in-1 situation, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. Next, I have this blush here from Tower 28. This right here is actually pretty new to me. I really like it so far. I've used it quite a few times. It's in the shade Beach Please. It's one of their cream blushes. I'm slowly getting into this brand and I'm obsessed, so I'm definitely gonna be keeping this. Next up, I have this blush right here that was in collaboration with Gigi Gorgeous. I think it's pretty. I think it's very cute. I like that one side has more of like a luminous blush and then the other side has more of like a matte blush. I don't tend to use this way too much. I don't gravitate towards it, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. This right here is a MAC Mineralized blush in the shade Gentle. This is probably one that I would never declutter like ever. My sister purchased this for me as a gift when I was, I want to say about 21. My sister surprised me out of nowhere with this at that time because she knew how much I really wanted a MAC blush, and she came through. It was so cute. So this will always hold a special place in my heart, and I would probably never get rid of it, so I'm keeping this. Next up, I have these two blushes here from Lime Crime. I think the packaging is really pretty. So these are a cream to powder formula. I'm thinking if I'm going to use this a ton. I mean, I have the Tower 28 one and a few other cream blushes that I like, so I think I'm going to get rid of this, declutter. And this one right here is in the shade Flower. This is one that I'm also going to declutter. I love the color, but I don't tend to use it way too much, and I feel like it would be wasteful to just keep, so declutter. Next, I have one of the Buxom Primer Infused Blushes in the shade Ibiza. That would be one of my dream destinations, let me tell you. I have to keep this. I love it for the name, and I love it for like the quality. It lasts on the skin so well, and it's perfect, so I need to keep this in my life. Next, I have this blush right here from Kevyn Aucoin. So it's like their ombre blushes. It's in the shade Rose Cliff. It has more of like a luminous finish to it. I don't gravitate towards this way too much, so I think I want to declutter it. Even though I do like the formula, I think I'm going to say goodbye. Next up, I have this Morphe blush trio. It's called Pop of Pink. We pretty much get, I would say, 2 luminous blushes and 1 matte. This one right here is a shade that I really don't wear because I just don't gravitate towards those colors. It's really, really dark. And then I feel like for these two, I do have a few other blushes that are pretty similar to these. And also, I don't really use this way too much. So I think I'm going to go ahead and declutter this little guy. We're doing pretty well. I'm kind of impressed. But with these, I'm like having a really hard time. So I'm like, I don't want to touch this yet. This has been my absolute behave lately. It's the e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush in the shade Always Punchy. I need to pick up every single shade in the line. These are amazing for the price. They last a long time. They're heavenly. A must, must, must. They have so many shades to choose from, and I just think it's perfect. So I have to keep this. And I love the packaging. It's like kind of sleek and like high-end, kind of, you know? Okay, then I have these 2 blushes here by Tarte. So these are their Amazonian Clay blushes. This one right here is in the shade Peaceful. I love this color. It's like a perfect light pinky color. I'm gonna keep. I love these. And then I have this one, which I'm in the middle about because I love the color. Like I said, I love the formula of these. They last forever on the skin. They're just amazing, amazing quality. But I kind of feel like the e.l.f. one is very similar. Like kind of similar color story to this one. Maybe the other one's a little bit lighter, but I don't know. I think I'm going to declutter it. Next up, I have this Ofra blush here that was in collaboration with Madison Miller. It's in the shade All I Need Is Love. I'll tell you honestly, I really don't tend to use this way too much. So I think I'm going to declutter it. Even though the shade is a really nice like rustic orange, I think I'm going to say goodbye. And then I have this trio right here from the same collection. I think I want to declutter this because I have a different trio that I adore from Ofra. And with this one, I don't feel like I'd get a ton of use out of it. So I'm going to declutter. Next up, I have this Ofra Star Island palette here. I love this. This is like my jam. We get 4 blushes and then 1 highlighter in the middle. I do have a code with Ofra. It will get you 20% off your entire order. It's just Liora, Liora. But yeah, I love this. I tend to use it a lot and I don't want to get rid of it because it's so perfect. So keeping these. And also I love the fact that these are like removable. Like they're just so easy to like pop in and out. You can kind of interchange these if you want to. Love. I then have these 2 blushes right here from Kylie Cosmetics. I love the packaging. It's such a beautiful baby pink color. So here are the 2 shades that I have. This one right here is in We're Going Shopping. And then this one right here is in Kitten Baby. I think I'm going to keep We're Going Shopping. I like how like peachy it is. And I think I'm going to get rid of Kitten Baby because I feel like it's pretty light. I have this blush here that I got from Ipsy, I want to say. I really don't use it way too much. It is a pretty beautiful neutral color, but I'm going to declutter. This right here is the Phase Zero Makeup Blush in Making Moves. Like, it kind of reminds me of like the NARS Orgasm blush. I like it, but I feel like it's a little bit too luminous for me, like kind of overboard. And I feel like it does emphasize my pores, so I'm going to get rid of this. I then have this quad here by BH Cosmetics. It's the Vanilla Peach Truffle palette. It's so cute. They have this quad and then I think 3 or 4 other quads to choose from. I like this. I don't think the quality is like OMG vibes. So there's that. And then also I feel like these are like light for me and I think that I'm pretty fair. So I think I'm going to declutter this. Might go ahead and purchase a different quad that they have in this line because I love how cutesy this is and I want to make it work for me, you know, but I think that I'm going to declutter this one. I have a little one of the California blushes here by Benefit. Definitely one of my favorite high-end blushes ever. I love the tone. The peachiness is perfect and it's been one of my favorites for years, so I'm going to keep this. I then have this little blush trio from the Betty Boop collection that was in collaboration with Ipsy, I want to say. Here's what the trio looks like. I didn't really love this. I felt like the quality really just wasn't completely there, so I'm going to get rid of it, declutter. I have this blush right here from the brand Mana Kadar. I don't tend to use this way too much, so declutter. Next, I have the Alamara Cosmetics blush palette. This right here is in medium 10. We get 3 gorgeous blushes in here. They look amazing on the skin. I'm just thinking if I want to keep it, I'm thinking if I'm trying to do this in a no games being played style, this is where the hardships kind of comes in. I think I got more use out of it maybe like a year and a half ago, but I don't tend to use it way too much these days, even though I still think the formula is fabulous. I think I'm going to declutter it. Next, I have this Pure Out of the Blue little compact. It's cool because it's kind of like a little light up situation. I love that. But yeah, I'd say that this is more of like a blush slash highlighter compact. I don't use this a lot. I don't really love how it looks like on my skin, so I'm gonna declutter it. Next up, I have this Wet n Wild Pac-Man blush quad. I think this is the cutest thing ever. I love Pac-Man. It's pretty much one of my favorite games, let me tell you. It brings back major memories. This was limited edition. I don't think you can get it anymore. It's hard for me to use it in videos if I can't even recommend it. So as much as I kind of want to keep it for the cutesiness, I think I'm going to go ahead and declutter. I feel like my mother would think this is absolutely gorgeous, and it really is. It's the Wet n Wild Color Icon and Baked Blush in Dare to Soar. I don't tend to use this way too much because I feel like it's a little bit too dark for my skin. And even when I want to use like as a blush topper or something like that, it just doesn't look yummy on. So as much as I think the compact is adorable, the little birdie, I think I'm going to say goodbye. And then I also have this right here from Wet n Wild as well. It's the cream blush. It kind of works with your pH level. I've just found that anything that works with my pH level I'm not about. I just feel like those shades look really, really, really weird on me. Like, really? So I'm going to declutter this. Here's what it looks like on the inside. It is a cream blush. Next, I have this Covergirl Cheekers blush. This right here is in the shade Classic Pink. I like this. I don't think it's the best blush ever. I think like there are definitely better blushes at the drugstore. I really don't use this way too much. The color is pretty typical, and I have a few other shades that are similar, so I'm going to declutter. Next up, I have this blush here from Hourglass. It's in the shade Diffuse Heat. It is absolute heaven. I'm telling you, their powder products, complexion products always hit it out of the park for me, so definitely going to keep this. Then I have the Papadome Peach blush here by Too Faced. This really used to be one of my favorites, and I still really, really love it. It has a little bit of like a luminous finish to it. The shade looks really pretty on. I kind of want to like declutter it, but I have such a hard time with Too Faced products. I'm keeping it, okay? I'm just keeping it, I'm doing it. Next, I have this blush here from the brand Dome. It's a really pretty, like, apricot color. What is it? It's in the shade English Rose. I'm gonna declutter it. This used to be my absolute favorite drugstore blush. It's so pretty. It kind of reminds me of like the Too Faced blush. I kind of broke the lid, but I love this. It's not available anymore. I don't really use it way too much anymore either, so I'm gonna declutter it. I think it's time to say goodbye. Next up, I have the Natasha Denona Bloom Blush Palette. You guys are gonna be so surprised with this one. If you guys have been watching my channel for quite some time, you know how absolutely obsessed I am with Natasha Denona, her work, everything, her products, and I usually tend to buy most of her releases. I purchased this one. I love it. I think it's beautiful, but honestly with this one I really don't feel like I get the most usage out of it because I pretty much just use it for this blush. I feel like this I don't really use that much. This is a little bit too dark, and then this highlight is also slightly dark on me. So as much as I love this, as much as I think it's heaven, realistically, like, I really am just keeping it to keep. And I feel like maybe she'll release a little blush quad, highlighter quad, whatever, that has lighter tone shades. I'd probably get more use out of that, but I think I'm gonna declutter this. Next up, I have this Stila Convertible blush in Petunia. It reminds me of that girl from AGT that won like 2 years ago, I think, or last year. This used to be a cream blush I used consistently. I want to say about 2 years back in the summer. I like it, but I don't like it as much to keep it anymore, so I'm gonna declutter it. Then I have these 3 cream blushes here from Covergirl. I really like these. They're very easy to just kind of dot on and go with, basically. I'm thinking though if I need to have all of them because I have so many other cream blushes. I think what I'm gonna do is keep this one, the, what is it called, butterfly shade, because it's very different than anything that I own. And I think I'm gonna get rid of this. No, I don't want to. Forget it, 1 second. I'm gonna keep this one. This is so pretty, I have to have it. It's the Sweet Innocence shade. And then Butterflies, I'm gonna get rid of this one right over here. So keeping 2, getting rid of this. I then have this palette right here from Milani. You guys can see that I really use this one a ton. I really like this also for a really long time. Just these days I really don't find that I gravitate towards it much, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it. Next up, I have more cream blushes. These are from the brand Paul and Joe. This one right here is in the shade 02. It's a really pretty light baby pink color. I'm thinking. And then I have this one right here in 04. I love the formula of these blushes, but I'm thinking since I already kept the Covergirl ones, I think I'm gonna get rid of both of these. So I think I'm gonna say goodbye, even though it's pretty tough, let me tell you, but it's time to go. Next up, I have this really cute blush here from e.l.f. This is the Monochromatic Stick Blush in Glistening Guava. This just entered my makeup collection, so I definitely want to keep it. It swatches amazingly, and it's perfect, honestly, and plus it's affordable, so I'm gonna keep this. I have this Space Case blush here. I really don't really like these. I feel like it's kind of supposed to be a dupe for ColourPop, but the quality is just really not there, so I'm gonna get rid of this. I then have this Baby Ciate London blush here in the shade Matchmaker. I'm gonna keep this. It's so so pretty and it's so cute. So I need to keep it. I need to have this in my life. It's just a little baby size too. I have this singular blush here from The Balm. So it's the same blush that comes in the Girl Power palette. I'm going to declutter this one. Next, I have this donut right here from Makeup Revolution in the shade Pink Frosting. I think that the packaging is really, really cute. So I'd give them A+ for that. But I really feel like the quality is just not like that much so there with this one. So I'm going to declutter this. I then have this Paw Paw Cream Blush here, which recently entered my makeup collection, but I'm thinking it was nice. It swatched great. I like the color. It's pretty much the same color as the packaging, but since I kept so many other cream blushes, I think I'm just gonna keep like the other ones that I took before and just declutter this one. Have yet another cream blush here by Milani. I'm gonna keep this one. I love the formula. I'm obsessed. Izzy actually put this in my Ulta mystery box, so I still want to use it a bit more. I love the color. It's pretty much this shade right over here, and it's in Rose Romance. Keeping this. Okay, next up I have this blush trio here from Hourglass, and I feel like this is gonna kind of sound so contradicting because I just said I love Hourglass complexion products and powders, and I do, and I love this palette, but I find that I literally only use this shade right over here. I do like this one, and this one I never really touch. So for that reason, I'm thinking to myself, does it make sense for me to keep this just to have it for this? I don't know. I'm thinking that I'm going to declutter this. I do have the Diffuse Heat Singular Blush, which I'm very, very happy with. So yeah, I think I'm going to declutter this and maybe invest in another singular blush from Hourglass. So yeah, hopefully somebody else will enjoy this. Whoa, okay, that was a hard one. Okay, it was pretty hard. Next up, I have two of these Kaleidos blush duos. I love these so far. They're pretty new to my collection, so I still want to keep them. The packaging is bomb. We got Lo-Fi Peach. How gorgeous. And then here we have a Lo-Fi Rose, so I'm keeping these little ones. I have this little skin tint. I'm gonna declutter it. I have so many other ones that I kept, so I'm gonna say goodbye to this. I also have this Syrah blush here, which I really like. It's so, so, so pretty on the skin. I kind of jammed my finger in there. But I think I want to declutter it. I have other really, really, really pretty blushes too, so I think I'm gonna say goodbye to this one. I have this little man here, little Jerry, right? The cat is Tom and he's Jerry, right? If I'm not mistaken. So this is just a really cute blush duo that Izzy gifted me, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. I still like haven't used it to its teeth, so I want to keep this in my life. I have this Cover FX duo here in Soft Peach. I really love this. I pretty much just use it for the blush, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. It's fairly newish to me, I should say. I think I purchased it maybe like 3 months ago, so I'm gonna keep this. Then I have Pink Dahlia, which is this duo right here. I love this blush so much. I don't use this highlighter way too much, but yeah, the formula of this is hev. Then I have this little NARS blush here in Orgasm. I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this. I might have this in a palette, I'm thinking, or in my TJ Maxx makeup drawers or something. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. I feel like I go through phases with Orgasm. Like sometimes I'm like, oh my god, I need to have it. And then sometimes I'm like, I just don't find myself using it for months. But then I feel like I miss it. So it's possible I would purchase a palette in the future that has Orgasm. But I think I'm gonna get rid of this little guy for now. Next up, I have this Kaja like blush stamp situation, keeping. I love the whole vibe of this. It's so fun to use. Okay, then I have this blush here by Ofra Cosmetics in the shade Mai Tai. I love this color. It's so pretty. I actually already have it in the Island Time palette. If I would ever finish it, I would probably repurchase it, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this, probably to my sister. She loves Ofra Cosmetics liquid lipsticks and blushes, so I think she might get a lot of use out of this one, so I'm gonna give it to her. And then I'm thinking same goes with this one. This is in the shade Cosmo by Ofra Cosmetics, and this shade is actually also included in the Island Time palette. I feel like I just have like everything in one there, so I think it would be wasteful for me to keep a duplicate. If anything, I can always repurchase, but I think I'm gonna give this to my sister as well, so declutter. Finally, the last product that's included is the Love Flush palette here by Too Faced. So this has been in my collection for years. I want to say at least 4. So here's what it looks like. I'm pretty much just going to keep it for like the nostalgic reasons. I hit pan on this one. It's pretty much all of their Love Flush blushes in like baby form. I just think it's so cute. I kind of want to display it, but yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep this. Okay, so here are all the blushes that I am keeping. It's 23 in total, but I want to see if I can try to get it down to 20. So I'm gonna get rid of the Ciate London one. Then I think I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this Covergirl one because I swatched the Milani and the Covergirl one and they're somewhat similar. Here you guys can see, so the top one is the Milani one, the bottom one is the Covergirl one. I do like the Milani finish a bit more. So I'm gonna get rid of this one, but still gonna keep one Covergirl one. And then I think I'm gonna get rid of the Papa Don't Peach blush. I think I'm just gonna do it, so goodbye little one. Okay, so now we're down to 20. I'm keeping 20 blushes in total. Who am I? Coolest thing ever. Wow. Okay, so this drawer is pretty much empty, and then my official blush drawer is empty as well. I'm gonna wipe this down because it's kind of dirty, and then I'm gonna situate my blushes here to see how like they fit. I think this looks amazing. The sun is like kind of setting. So I have pretty much one empty section here. I put like my palettes here, the square shaped and round shaped blushes here, blush duos here, and then the cream blushes here. So I can really see what cream blushes I have and actually use them instead of going through my drawers and being like, hey, where is this? Where is that? You know? So I love it. I think it looks amazing, so pleasing to the eye, and I think I did so well. So here are the blushes that I'm getting rid of. There are 46 in total. So I'm keeping 20, getting rid of 46, but in total I had 66. I honestly feel like out of all the blushes that had to fall, this one did. I'm very sad right now. I'm very sad right now, okay? This is like my favorite Evo. What? I think I did amazingly. Not to pat myself on the shoulder, but I think I did pretty good. I am definitely looking forward to reading what you guys have to say, so please let me know in the comments below how you think I did, if you think I sucked, or if you think I did amazingly. Either or, I'll take it. I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll speak to you guys on Instagram. I think later on this week, I'm gonna probably do bronzers. I think I'm down. Actually, the other day I was looking through my bronzers, and I was having a very hard time. I thought bronzers would be like easy peasy lemon squeezy. No. It was really difficult for me to be like, I need no. So stay tuned. We have a bunch of fun stuff coming. All right, I'll speak to you guys in my next video. Bye.